Hey, we're Stephen and Brooke, a couple of Kiwis living in the UK.
We moved here in December of 2020, and since then we've been exploring all that England and Europe have to offer.
Join us on our leafy ventures. We're in Florence.
So we're here in Florence for the next 2 nights. Today we are doing a walking tour and just checking out a few museums around the space. And tomorrow we're going to the Leaning Tower of Pisa. So we're here at San Maria de Flora, which is the San Maria of Flowers. I think that's what our tour guide told us anyway.
I think so. It's the big basilica in Florence.
Yeah.
You'd know it if you saw it.
Yeah, it is beautiful. It's got this amazing marble facade on the outside, and on the inside of the church it surprisingly contradicts that. It's less grandiose and it's a lot more simple. That is with the exception of the amazing fresco on the ceiling up the top as well. Think Dante's Inferno, but it was made prior to Dante. Think of the inspiration of Dante's Inferno.
Well, he was from here, and this was his church.
Yeah, we also checked out the baptistery, where all of the babies in Florence at that time were baptised as well.
Up until the 40s, they said.
Yeah, up until the 40s, babies in Florence were baptised there. They also had these amazing doors on the outside. One of them was made of solid bronze and then painted with gold leaf as well. So it was one of the big influences of Michelangelo as well. You might recognise San Maria de Flora as a church if you're familiar with the Assassin's Creed games, which I am, so I'm having a wee nerd out here.
Yeah, Stephen feels like he's a part of the video game.
I do.
Because we went through the market earlier, where I guess you run around being an assassin in Assassin's Creed. Just been on a really cool tour of Florence. It was a walking tour and it took us to all the sort of like main places we'd heard of and seen. But now we're in the political square, which is really interesting because they've got a replica of David, they've got a fountain of Neptune, and they've got a whole bunch of statues that were commissioned way back in the Renaissance period by the Medici family. Is it Medici? Medici family, who were very influential during the Renaissance period and I guess financed a lot of the artworks and statues and things, which is really fascinating. But also we learned a lot about what the landscape looked like back then when Florence was, I guess, in the Dark Ages and was much more dangerous, and there's lots of like tower houses and all sorts.
Yeah, houses that people have to climb up ladders to get into.
Yeah, just fascinating.
We're in Pisa. It's really, really cool to be here, but I was just saying that it's sort of like a place that we never thought we'd go to.
It's just in such a remote part of Italy that you really have to make the trip.
Yeah, considering, you know, that we're from New Zealand, it's so like you only ever see it on postcards and you never expect, oh, little old Stephen and Brooke are going to be in Pisa one day, checking out the Leaning Tower, but here we are. Tower's over there, church is here, we're in the Miracle Square now.
We're here in the Chianti wine region. We've just had a lovely wine tasting. I don't drink very often, so I've got a wee bit of a buzz, not gonna lie. But here we are, it is absolutely stunning. We're going to head to a village from, I think it's from the Dark Ages, isn't it?
Yeah, medieval times.
Yeah, and it looked absolutely stunning from far away, and I'm sure it looked absolutely stunning from close up. So, see you there.
That is so cool. I know I mentioned Florence, that it felt like I was playing Assassin's Creed by looking at like the San Maria Cathedral, but this really feels like it because there's like no cars anywhere right of the era other than people talking on cell phones and ATMs. I don't think I've ever been anywhere like this.
It's just really crazy to look at, like all the towers and things. On our talk yesterday through Florence, she was telling us about the history about the towers around how the cities used to be really dangerous, so the rich families would build these towers and you'd have to climb in through like the second story, so someone would always have to be there to drop the ladder down. And I imagine that these ones are the same because it's the same sort of province.
What flavours did we get, Brooke?
We've got tiramisu, we've got stracciatella, we've got saffron, and we've got a berry.
Did I say saffron?
Yep.
Interesting.
So we've driven a little bit further through the Chianti wine region, and here we find ourselves in Siena, which is this really gorgeous medieval town. And here is where the first ever bank was, which is a fun fact.
So a little bit of history about the city. It was founded by the children of Remus, as in Romulus and Remus, the founders of Rome. They came here and found this city, found Siena, after Remus was killed by Romulus. So
the kids were like, bye, we're out of here.
Yeah.
We're going to run to Siena.
Yeah, our dad made a city, we're going to make a city.
So we're all done here in Tuscany. Tomorrow we're heading off to Venice, which we're very excited about. So thanks for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you next week when we upload Venice.